You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
Madison, one of the 5 cities in Wisconsin at the center of the Republican-led and taxpayer-funded 2020 election probe. Subpoenas were delivered yesterday to the state's 5 biggest cities. Michael Gableman says mayors in Milwaukee, Racine, Kenosha, Green Bay, and Madison are all being subpoenaed. Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway calls it unprecedented and corrosive to our democracy. President Biden did win all of the cities in 2020 on his way to defeating then-President Trump in Wisconsin.
Contact tracers in the state can now alert you of a close contact if you've come in close contact with someone who's tested positive for COVID. They can do it through a text message now. Tracers collect information about close contacts from positive folks, and if the number on your screen right here shows up on your phone, just know it's not spam. It's the Wisconsin DHS alerting you of a possible exposure to the virus. The department will still call people who don't have texting or emailing capabilities.
At the state capitol, Democrats want to bring collective bargaining back to Wisconsin's teachers. The Collective Bargaining for Public Educators Act would give employees of school districts and the tech college and UW systems the right to collectively bargain. They could bargain over wages, hours, and conditions of employment. The Wisconsin Educators Association Council is behind the legislation.
During their match last night, Forward Madison FC wore black armbands to honor 3 high schoolers who died in a car crash over the weekend. The team tweeted the announcement saying it was in remembrance of Simon, Jack, and Evan, 2 of whom were soccer players.
The conservative law firm Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty is suing UW-Madison. It's over allegations the university hired 3 mental health providers to work exclusively with students of color. UW says it updated its original hiring announcement from Tuesday to clarify the rules, saying they have expertise in addressing racial issues that students of color may face.
The Packers are adding another Smith to the defense. Former Pro Bowler Jalen Smith is expected to sign with the team today. He was just released by the Dallas Cowboys. He is a 26-year-old middle linebacker that can add some pretty solid interior defense to a team that has really needed help there at the middle linebacker position. And it is still unclear. The team has yet to announce if All-Pro corner Jair Alexander will return this season after a shoulder injury Sunday.
The White House wants to increase the supply of at-home COVID test kits. Coronavirus Response Director Jeff Zients announced a plan to buy $1 billion worth of the tests. They're pretty hard to find in stores right now. The goal is to have 200 million available every month.
Police are searching for a witness who they say may have information about a fatal crash. This crash happened last Wednesday around 3:30 in the afternoon in Green Lake County on State Highway 23. Police say that 10 minutes earlier, a second crash happened involving a red or a maroon SUV. The driver of the SUV reportedly left the vehicle briefly before leaving the scene. Police believe that driver has information on the fatal crash that happened just minutes later.
An independent cold case group claims to have uncovered the name of the Zodiac Killer. The man is linked to at least 5 murders in Northern California during the 1960s. The group is made of retired law enforcement and military members. They say the killer was Gary Francis Post, who lived and worked as a painter in Groveland but died in 2018. The FBI says case is still open and they do not have any new information.
At least 23 are dead this morning after a 5.9 magnitude earthquake struck southwestern Pakistan. Search and rescue efforts are ongoing as the number of injured continues to rise, with at least 300 so far, according to the Provincial Disaster Management Authority. 7 children are among the dead. 2 new studies suggest COVID-19 immunity from Pfizer's vaccine wanes after about 2 months. But the shot, though, continues to reduce the risk of hospitalization or death. The first study shows lowered immunity is worse in men, senior citizens, and people with immune system issues. The second study shows immunity was highest a month after the second dose, then gradually fades.
President Biden and his Chinese counterpart, Xi Jinping, plan to meet virtually before the end of the year. Top diplomats reached the agreement during 6 hours of talks in Switzerland this morning. During that meeting, the U.S. raised concerns about Taiwan, Hong Kong, and human rights. China urged the U.S. to stop interfering in its internal affairs.
Do me a favor, grab the umbrella as you head out the door this morning. We are tracking rain that is moving into town as we speak. Already a lot of this rain is here, especially as you work your way south of the Beltline. Verona, heavy rain moving through. Oregon, heavier rain moving through. Stoughton and McFarland, heavier rain is moving through. And all of this is pushing towards the Beltline as we speak. So if you're getting ready to head out the door, that's something to keep in mind. We have even more showers moving in from the south and east, and all of that's going to be working its way back towards the north and west as we go throughout today. But this is not the only soggy day I'm watching. We have more rain chances on the other side of the weekend.
We're keeping an eye on that rain. We'll update you in half an hour right here on News 3 Now.